I think I was drawn to skateboarding because of the ethos and not just like the tricks. And I met Ed when I was like a young kid, and he took time and made a drawing, signed my hat, and talked to me, and it changed my life, really, you know? Like, you don't forget that. For me, Ed Templeton has been a huge influence, and I met him very early on in my career, and I thought of him as a mentor. He showed me a lot of things outside of skating, and it influenced me to pursue, you know, like more things within the creative side of skating, like art, my own graphics and things, and he really just showed a lot of us that like that was possible. To see that on a wall, you're like, damn, that was a special time in skateboarding and a special time in the world before. Yeah, to our culture, that's important stuff, all those photos.
So I met Ed when I was 14 at this World Championship, and I talked to many pros and didn't care about talking to a little kid, and they just brush you off, and I was super intimidated, a little kid from Belgium. And then I talked to Ed, and he took 10 minutes to talk with me, to talk about skating, talk about the trick, Ollie Impossible, and I was like, wow, this person is so kind, I can't believe he has the time for me. And then you went on and win the World Championship, so then I was more blown away because you're like, you know, thoughtful, and then you can win. And for me, that was a big thing of like, whoa, I'm interested to be in this way of like being kind or not being a bad role model. I also had a skate brand and things like that. But my question is, do you think your positive, you know, lifestyle, did it influence some of your writers, and did it help, or what was the balance?
Takes down all these bad guys, and then it ends up in the classic street scene, villain waiting for him. He comes out of a cloud of smoke, basically, but then calmly, you know, the villain has a loaded gun, but he just knows like there's an etiquette between badasses, and he pauses and takes his gun and takes off the little chamber and grabs one from his belt all slowly and deliberately and puts the gun in and like loads it and gets ready, and then it's like, okay, it's face-off time. But I love that scene because it's like sometimes when I'm changing, I just imagine myself as like Clint Eastwood changing the bullets in his gun. Do you feel lucky, punk? So yeah, sometimes when I see a bunch of people with cell phones sitting, I might take the iPhone out just to get this thing, and you get this kind of interesting thing with 2 cell phones and a book. It's like rare to see someone with a book nowadays. Most people just have their heads down in a cell phone. So when I'm walking with my camera, it's like, it's too easy to shoot. Everyone's like got their head down, and so it's easy to shoot them. So I'm really looking for people who are lost in a certain moment. And that's what happens. Guy with the plant takes a left and you don't get a photo of him. I watched other pros when I was young be mean to kids, you know?
You saw that?
And I always would be like that's like fuck that guy, kind of like, you know? And I was like, oh, I don't want to like have that next kid saying fuck that guy forever because he was a dick to me, you know? And I guess I just was able to realize that for some people, you know, seeing a pro, they don't see him every day. Like in LA, there's like pros everywhere walking around, so no one cares. But you know, when we would travel to a city like Winnipeg, Canada, pros never went there, so the kids were like super amped. And so you know, it doesn't take that much to realize like this is the one interaction that this kid has with you, and then maybe they have their picture on your wall and they love you, and even if you're in a bad mood, it's just like you just have to like be on for that second and go like, hey, this kid is like stoked to see me. At least I can do is say hi, shake his hand, and like give him the autograph he wants, and like, so that's how I always felt about it. And I guess that just translated to everything. And it's just easier to be nice. This is the ambush style where people just come around the corner and they notice you, oh shit. It's like, you're already in the shot now. And this is advice from Martin Parr too. If you notice, we just like shoot and never look back. Just keep walking. God, what is she, gonna be 4 feet away or something? 4 feet, did she see me? What?
I don't think so, because I said, yeah, she's right there.
Did she see me that time? Should I go for a third? She's kind of by herself now. This is what honestly, most of my shots are failures and chickening out. You know, I see something I want to shoot, I'm like, I'm not brave enough to do it, or I feel like it's not worth the time. Nothing has that much importance really until after the fact. Sometimes you get home and then when you're deciding what photos are good and what you like, and then sit on it for 5 years or 10 years, and then you like look at it again and meanings have changed. So yeah, I don't know. Thank you. That's kind of like how it works. But I hate the idea of like not doing something in the moment because you're like worried about something in the future. Yeah?
So you didn't shoot your Deanna when she fell out of the car?
J'aurais pu grinder jusqu'à la Tour Eiffel.
And my grandfather thought everyone was in and started driving. So my grandmother, she's, you know, in her 70s, flies out of the car, lands on the ground, is bleeding from her chin, you know, and there was a moment where I was like, this is crazy. I had my camera in my hand. And I like threw the camera down and was like, oh, help my grandma up, you know? And then later I was like, oh, am I a shitty photographer because I didn't like get the moment? Of course, the whole rest of the time I shot, we went to the hospital and I was shooting her getting stitches and everything like that. But I didn't capture that one moment when she was like on the ground.
I suppose it's when you get injured, you're like, shoot.
And then suddenly everything just opened up. There was like 2 girls walking down the street, one with like crazy fake boobs and a see-through top on. I was like, what the fuck? Me and Deanna were both like, what the fuck's happening right here? Like she was basically nude, yeah. She was basically naked and we were like, and Deanna's like, you can't shoot this. And I was like, bam, I shot it. I don't know if it came out or not. Fred's getting the same couple. I saw them on the corner and they were pointing and I was like, but I didn't actually get one but then I saw you over here, I'm like, oh, that's the one. That's good. I love those.
Good teamwork.
I was waiting for some people to go behind your head. See, like that, I want to get that lady touching that guy's belly. That would be a good photo.
Yeah. There's so many pictures we miss.
Yeah, always missing photos.
You look at it and it's gone.
Yeah.
We went to that bookstore one time in Paris it was probably 2001 or 2002.
Yeah.
And I think you saw some things going on in my photography. So you took some book out of the shelves and you were like, check this one out, Joseph Koudelka. Check this one out, Henri Cartier-Bresson. And then all these legends of photography, and I was like, wow, it was instant connection, and I was like, oh, there's what's going on in photography. And I see some links, and it inspired me to really keep on going in this direction. So it was like helping putting me on the right tracks. So that was really important for my career. It was really meaningful.
It's very sweet.
Thank you.
Goosebumps.
This is one of those situations where I hoped that my friends would also document me when I got injured. And so this is a Patrick O'Dell photo of Kareem Campbell holding me, and there's blood everywhere. And we went to the hospital, and my shins have always been really fucked up from skating. I don't know if you guys can see under the table here. It's like super fucked up from my leg break and everything. And the nurses come and they start looking at my legs like, oh no, and Deanna's like, no, it's his head. I'm like, the shins, that's normal, that's how it is every day. When I broke my neck in the year 2000, it was in Lausanne, Switzerland, at a skate contest. And I was like, I fell on the rail and I'm laying down. And I put my hand to my head and I pull my hand away and it's just filled with blood and hair. And I'm imagining now like a big flap of skin. But I was laying there and I tried to get up and then I couldn't really lift, like it felt weird, like something felt wrong. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here, get the ambulance. And then I saw John Humphreys, another skate photographer, was standing over me and I saw him like worried, like I want to shoot this, but maybe I shouldn't. It's like he's injured and he might be mad. And I just remember saying, shoot photos, bitch. So I was like,
I love the video when you see Winogrand in Venice Beach shooting but acting like super awkward.
Trying to be like,
So funny.
It's super funny, yeah.
It's cool because it's inspiring because you realize, even the masters, they have their own techniques and do this strange stuff to kind of blend or not being noticed or looking goofy.
What's amazing about him is he actually asks people for the most part.
Yeah.
He goes up and just says, oh, I like what you're doing. He's like really soft-spoken, so he's just, I like what you're doing. Can you do that again? And so he gets these photos that don't look posed, but they are in fact kind of posed. Which is something I wish I could do more.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Oh, yeah, that's...
We wrote this picture where there's kids playing inside the finish like that.
Oh, really? Like on a barge like this?